And then I said something so funny, it served as the perfect lead-in to a podcast. I don't hear shit. Oh, there it is.
This episode is brought to you by our patron supporters. Today's patron of the day is Elizabeth Chris. Patrons get the show always ad-free and access to the extended episode with bonus content. If you don't want to miss all of that, go to patreon.com/calltheline. That's patreon.com/calltheline.
You just missed an exceptional LineCon Online Live. I felt that my talk defending uncivil discourse was long overdue. And you can go watch the replay of that now over at patreon.com/calltheline. Maybe you just go do that. Okay, guys? It's the right thing to do. Plus, you get the ad free in the extended episode. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody. It is February 10th, a Tuesday. And this is The Line Has a Podcast. I'm Jimmy Snow.
I'm Melissa Lube.
Wonder how long it's been since we correctly did that intro.
A really long time, I think. But
yeah, it's probably been a minute.
We're just in a place where I think we need to just like fuck around and have fun occasionally because everything is so insane. So like, you know what? Give us a break.
And what's your favorite zombie-based video game?
I don't have one.
I'm just trying to have fun. I've been playing a zombie game lately. People are trying to bribe their way into my server because we started like I don't think I wanted to show that angle of my head. Every now and then I see this cut and I'm like, really? I've been messing with some, because I've got some video projects coming out, messing with some like GoPros or not GoPros, but the DJI version. I've actually got one next to me. And I did a thing where I'm watching the preview on my phone. So I'm just moving around and I moved it slightly above and went, oh God. But it's funny because I know nothing's going to basically the way the whole thing works, whatever hair you have roughly when you're 30 with a little bit of change is the hair you're going to have. You know, if you're going to experience male pattern baldness by the time you're 30, it's too late. I'm 35. I'm almost 36. I'll be 36 in less than a month. And it's hard to be officially closer to 70 than born, you know?
Wow. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Anyway. Midlife crisis. I think I already had one like 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 6 years ago. When did I lease that Tesla? That was the midlife crisis. I think that had to have been it, right? Anyway.
That's really funny.
Anyway, wouldn't make that decision again. Hindsight. Ugh. So 2020, I can see Mars from here. And Elon still ain't on it, unfortunately. Anyway. Birthday, why was I bringing all this up? Oh, yeah. Don't look at yourself from above, ever. It's a terrible angle. It's nice to be tall for this reason. I'm glad to be tall because very few people in the world have to judge my height, or not my height, my hairline from above.
Yeah.
My hairline is pretty much judged straight on.
That's one of the tough things about being short.
Yeah, I know secrets about your scalp you'll never know.
Well, yeah, that's the thing about being short is, and actually even for like guys, that's really, I think the part of being short that sucks the most is like, if I could see your whole scalp, and that's not always a good situation for everybody. Yeah,
I don't think you see a lot of guys' scalps, but
no,
I get the sentiment. Right. Yeah.
Well,
there's a totally different set of insecurities if you're above a man's scalp.
Did you hear what I said, though? That was a good one.
What was it?
I said, well, not while we're standing.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter on height.
Yeah, well, and also, scalp. Yes, also, and if we're at that point, then I don't care what the fuck is on your head. Right.
Clearly, I've come to terms, guys. There's something else.
God, I hope so.
Anyway, we have terrible, fucking awful goddamn shit to talk about today. So I almost want to start off with a Reddit "Am I the asshole?" that I was reading earlier, and respond to that, and then we can talk about, guys. So listen, you know how people like me have very sort of, what's the word, just cynically claimed that there's no way we've really seen the Epstein files, that they didn't really finish releasing, and that in fact there is a cover-up happening. Well, listen, there are certain Congress people who have now seen unredacted files. They're allowed to go look at them. And it is their assessment that exactly is what's happening. And when you hear who one of the people are, because it's like, well, of course Jamie Raskin's going to say that. No. Wait until we get there, guys. Wait until we get there. Weirdly, and I hate that I'm going to say this, I wish Marjorie Taylor Greene hadn't retired. Because she would have had access. Yeah, remember, she left Congress as of the beginning of the year. She would have had access to these files.
Oh, right.
I feel like she'd been blowing so many lids right now. She'd be 100%. Like, 100%. But then there's all the other things about having her in office. But
there's the horrors. So
the horrors? Is that what you meant? Yeah, because I don't want to comment on her sleeping around. Okay, that's her business.
Sharp.
I don't know.
We're sharp today. We're sharp today.
Thank you. All right, guys. Am I the asshole for wanting my Spanish teacher to stop calling me by the Spanish version of my name? For the record, this is an Am I the Asshole on Reddit. I'm not asking you this, guys, but I want to hear in the comments who you think the asshole is. And I want to read the whole story. Then I want you guys to comment. Then I want you to hear our commentary. So you might have to pause, then hear our commentary. And then if you want to adapt it, add a little edit. Okay. Right. Add a little edit if it changes. Right. Okay. That said, I have a feeling we're all going to be on the same page here. Have you ever taken a Spanish class?
No, I've taken Italian classes.
Okay. You'll still know this. In fact, let me just ask you real quick. What were you called by the teacher in your Spanish class?
So unfortunately, my Italian class?
Yes.
Or, okay. Unfortunately, because my name is not Italian and it's Alyssa, they mostly just called me Alyssa.
They didn't put a little Italian zest on it?
Alisa occasionally.
Alisa.
Yeah, like it would be that. But my name was still the same.
Alisa.
Ciao. It'd be ciao.
That is unfortunate. Ciao. Bella.
Yeah. Bella.
All right. Yeah. My name is John Paul, but I go by JP. All my friends, by the way, the fact that this happened right after the Super Bowl, I feel is not a coincidence. And I feel like it was somebody trying to come up with here's an Am I the Asshole? It might be made up just to be like, see, here's a way we can get consensus that if you don't speak a language, it shouldn't be forced upon you.
Right.
Anyway, my name is John Paul, but I go by JP. All my friends, teachers, and family members call me JP. All that is, except for my high school Spanish teacher. I just lowered my chair a little. That's why the bounce. In Spanish, J is pronounced ota or jota, actually. It's more of a jota. Anyway, A is pronounced jota and P is pronounced pe. A, B, C, D, E, F, A, H, J, J, K. I'm just giving a little bit of alphabet there, a little bit of Spanish alphabet there.
Very good.
I remember the song. A B C D E F A O B C D E F A H I O T K. Anyway, that was the real. That's what you get in the L A M A N A N A. Okay. So my Spanish teacher always calls me Jota Pe instead of my real nickname JP.
Oh my God.
When he first said Jota Pe, I found it a bit funny and laughed with the class. I thought it was a one-off remark by my teacher, but he kept calling me Jota Pe, even beyond the first day of class, and it is getting annoying now. I once asked him after class if he could please call me JP, but my teacher refused, saying this was Spanish class and that Jota Pe was the Spanish equivalent of my name. He said he wasn't calling me any rude words. He was just translating the pronunciation of my two-letter English name to Spanish. Am I the asshole for not wanting my teacher to keep calling me Jota Pe, even if it is harmless? I just don't like it and prefer JP. I live in the USA.
I actually was not... Wait. Sorry.
Give them a second to pause.
Okay.
Pause here. Get your is he the asshole on the record. For those of you who don't know the lingo, NTA means not the asshole. YTA means you're the asshole. Some do NAH, not asshole. Go ahead and vote now. All right. You presumably unpause because I can't give you the direction to unpause. Right. I can't say unpause and you know. I'll pause. Now, let's start off before you respond. Asshole or not the asshole?
I think so. I I thought not the asshole until the last comment. I thought everyone has a right to be called by what they want to be called. And actually, it also depends on if the Spanish teacher is only calling that one kid the Spanish translation of his name. If this teacher is calling all of the students, or even just like more than one of them by Spanish translation, then you're in Spanish class. This is what your teacher has decided to do. That is also still your name. And people in America speak Spanish, and you chose to take a Spanish class whilst being in America. So what did you know? So it's sort of like, until he said, I'm in America, I thought, not the asshole. Like, you can request to be called something else, and it's like not that serious and whatever. Until he said that. And then I was kind of like, oh, okay. Well, now.
Yeah, no, all along. And maybe this is because I've taken Spanish.
Yeah, like in Italian class, we never, like, my teachers never really called us by a different name.
I think that means you had a bad teacher. It's not a different name. It's just the Italian versions of your name. If he wanted to go by John, I'm sure he would have been called Juan.
Yeah. Like
it would have been the Spanish version.
We didn't really do that so much. But I also think that when you give the example of John and Juan, I can feel how charged that would be for somebody who is racist. Like, I can feel it.
Right. And so that kind of adds to the you're the asshole. Because here's the deal, guys. If you are learning Spanish, it is to be able to exist amongst Spanish people. So whether it's going to be, you're going to go to a Spanish part of the US, you're going to go to Mexico, you're going to go somewhere that speaks Spanish. And when you go there and you go and they say, what's your name? And you say JP, they're going to go, JP? No, John, Juan? No, but can you say John? No. Fuck no, I can't. No, puta pendejo. It's going to be like, no, this is like, first of all, other languages, our mouths are used to other things. And listen, nobody, when they come here and they go by Juan and you say Juan, is sitting there going, no, let's do a pronunciation guide. They accept your Americanizing, though at times it can be downright assholey because people will overdo it. They'll be shitty and they'll try to make it sound extra foreign to make it sound be sucky.
But there is a difference between the pronunciation part and the translation part where like it would be really weird. And this is a different situation because you're in Spanish class. But if you met someone and they said, oh, my name is Juan, and that person, the like American person was like, oh, your name is John, you'd be like, no, that's just literally not my name.
The Americanized version of Juan, because it's not Juan, is Juan. Juan.
Right.
We say Juan, W-O-N.
Yeah.
Juan is like actual, it's like a sound in your throat. And Jaime. That was what I've in Spanish been called as Jimmy.
Really?
I'm not gonna go with my but it's Jaime. I'm putting a little too much mustard on it now, but the way they would do it is different. And so I live in Texas, okay? I live in Texas, which has more non-white people than white people, and a town called Amarillo. So clearly, contextually, we change it. I don't know if you know, Amarillo is not the correct word. They literally added English pronunciations to a bunch of words here where they insist, no, you pronounced it wrong because they are trying to deculturize. It's Amarillo for people who are watching, and it means yellow. The double
I didn't
L
know it
makes
meant yellow.
Yeah, amarillo. And it is a double L makes a Y sound. And we have like tons of words like that actually are Spanish words that we, again, have a culture here that actually would embrace the opposite because we have such a high level of Spanish speaking culture. And yet people will even correct a person if they dare call it amarillo.
Yeah. Which is so funny. Because I remember once someone talking about, I don't know if it was Texas or California, where they were talking about, this is America. And we, whatever, going really hard in the paint about like being American, blah, blah, blah. And they were like, in your city of Los Angeles. Yeah. Like, that's what you're going
Los
with?
Angeles.
Right.
Los Angeles.
Like what are you talking about?
And when it comes to a person, like, you're going to go to places. What would you do if you went to Japan? Because a lot of our names don't have a Japanese pronunciation. They don't use the same like vowel consonant combinations as we do. And they write a lot of their things by the syllable. So like, what are you going to do when you go to these places? And that's the whole thing, is you're supposed to, in these classes, being familiarized with what it's like to speak that language and be communicating with those people. And he's like, but I go to Mexico and tell them, no, JP, where they don't even make a j sound.
Right.
J is not in the language, really. There's, I think, a couple of little exceptions, but it's not even spelled with a J. The J makes an H sound. Right? So it's, go on.
What was the overall vote in Reddit?
I think a lot of people were pointing out that the usage of a Spanish name is ubiquitous. Like, either the teacher will give you a Spanish name, or they will try to pronounce your name in Spanish. And so there are a lot of people who are like talking about every high school Spanish class I've ever had. We were actually assigned Spanish names. I was Camilla. And there was another person who was like, mine was Margarita. So there were literally people with the name Margarita, Chiquita, Alejandra, which there's a lot of mostly girls responding to this. But anyway, yeah, it's just very,
I always
very
thought that
silly.
was like, I always thought that was fun. Like, if I got to a language class and someone called, like, they were like, okay, you are going to have a Spanish name and it's going to be Alejandra. I'd be like, okay, fun, slay. I like to be Alejandra. And it's like, why would that not be fun for you?
Right.
Like, why are you so attached to this? And it's like, oh, right, because you're racist.
Right. And there are also like words. Can you imagine like the number of Jewish people I have in my life? Can you imagine if we were expected to, I don't know how to do that shit with my throat, that some of their words, and like if they were like, no, it's, I'm like, I can't. I love you people, but I can't do that shit. Like, I haven't practiced it. And so they're like, yeah, then just say Rachel. It's fine. Rachel's fine. Say
Rachel.
It's fine. And you know what? Come over for Hanukkah. Sure. Even if it is Hanukkah, come on over. Like, there is the local pronunciations that you appreciate in your own life. And I think that would be the thing that I would do, is like, okay, fine, but I'm now going to follow you everywhere. And every time you use a word that is the English version of the word that you are being culturally insensitive by using instead of the exact pronunciation, I'm going to blow an air horn in your fucking head. Because it's like down to everything. You think they say sushi?
Right.
Even that like will have a different, it's not very different, but will sound different coming out of a Japanese person's mouth.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to head down and get my, what is it? Yaba mate. I'm sure that's what they call it.
I mean, we are with all like the Italian stuff too. It's with any language. Like, I don't know. The biggest abomination to me is when people call capricole gabagool. Because those are like not the same. Like, that's not even the same. It's like if you went, there's like I think it's in The Office where he asks for gabagool and they're like, what? Because that's not a thing. Yeah. It's like that's not real, and it's also not a food. And also, if someone were to say gabagool, I wonder what they think they're asking for, because it's a sliced deli meat.
Right, but it's not real.
Gabagool is not real. What they're saying is capricole, which is a sliced deli meat. It's a sausage.
Capricola.
Yeah, but it's not gabagool. But that's what they're referring to when they say gabagool.
Like, because I had heard it. Okay, so you're saying basically the way Tony Soprano pronounced it ruined it, and then other people said it in other shows.
Yeah. Well, now I think people like in The Office, I think they're referring to Tony Soprano.
Tony Soprano said,
In Family Guy,
because he sounds exactly like it, because he was like,
yeah.
Where's the gabagool?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but The Sopranos in general says so many insane like, there are parts of it that are cool. It's cool to see like Italian American culture obviously be like a big, like have like that big of a
it's
splash.
From the Neapolitan dialect, because a lot of C's in the Neapolitan dialect are pronounced as cheese. And then like mozzarella, you will drop the final vowel sound and you might just call it mozzarella. So gabagool Gabagool. Cool.
It's not sure.
Gappa,
it's not
gappy cool. Gappy cool.
Sure.
I'm trying to.
It's not gabagool, and I'm tired of the gabagool.
Gabagool. I want some of that gabagool.
It makes me so annoyed.
I'm sorry, I can't take white people complaining about that shit seriously though.
Why?
And Italians
it's the same.
Are white.
It's the same.
We're fine.
It's the same thing.
We're fine. It's gabagool.
It's just so annoying. And then
true,
you know what I
but
think
so
it is?
are white people.
Of course.
You know what I found annoying? Hang on, I'm gonna virtue signal. Yeah, well, you know what I found annoying, Alyssa? Slavery.
Tell me.
Okay. So why don't we end that and then we'll get to gabagool?
Jesus Christ. No, but it's always like the worst person you know who says that they're Italian, and then they'll be like, yeah, get me the gabagool. And I'm like, and if you had
maybe
if I give you
Neapolitan.
$100, they're not. They're from New Jersey. When I say
but that's where the New Jersey, I just looked it up. That's where the New Jersey.
Well, that's where Sopranos takes place.
Often of Neapolitan and Southern Italian dialect where Caesar pronounces G's and they like to drop that final vowel.
It's an abomination. Learn how to say the word. Gabagool is not. It still is not.
That's dialectical.
It still is not. No, it's not. That's not right.
I'm saying that Tony if you went to Italy, right, but
if you went to Italy,
yeah,
of course, Michael. Yeah, like of course. But if
Southern
you went to Italy, if you went to Northern Italy and you said, "Can I get gabagool?"
What if I'm going to Southern Italy? If it's Southern Italy, then it's not wrong.
I guess.
Southern Italy not Italy now?
If you go anywhere in Italy, how about this? If you go anywhere in Italy and you say gabagool, they're not going to know what you're saying.
I think based on just the short thing I'm reading here, which I take as absolutely the complete truth, and there's no way you as an Italian would have more information than me on this one. I think based on this little AI overview I'm reading, they would go, well, that's a stupid way to say gabagool. But we'll get you the gabagool.
Should I go on WhatsApp and voice message my Italian relative?
But are they from the South? Are they Neapolitan Italian?
He specifically travels all over. Like he's lived.
But all I
want
to hear from him is, how do the Neapolitans in Italy pronounce capicola?
Hold on, I'm going to ask him right now.
I got to look this up. We are 23 minutes in and we have to talk about the updates to the Epstein files. You know that, right?
Yes.
Good.
Why don't you go to break and I'm going to mute myself and I'm going to
hang on. I'm looking up the how to pronounce capicola. How do I turn this up? Why don't I hear it though? How do I hear it? I want to hear this thing say it. Capicola. No, come on. This is all Americans. Maybe even some capicola. This is salami capicola. This is all Americans. Give it to me. Ugh. You can't hear this, right? Oh, you're like talking into a phone right now. I'm gonna write Neapolitan pronunciation of capicola. Because we do still have to fight with why did he pronounce it that way, you know?
Okay, anyway.
I got a guy on here, Lou Russo, who's doing his how to pronounce it. He's like, guys, it's not capicola, it's gabagool. I think you might have found a thing where you might have got a little dialectical. And isn't that worse than racism? Happy Black History Month, everybody.
Oh my God. Let's go to break before I break this marble table.
And we're making dialectical arguments about Italian fucking white people. I just want to make sure we center ourselves right now, you know? Happy Valentine's Day. It's coming up. Are we doing our next show on Valentine's Day? No. It'll come out the day before. Won't be on. But we'll make it so full of love.
Oh, that would be nice.
Are you going to be devastated if it is okay to say gabagool? Is it going to mess with you at all?
It will make me upset because that would mean that my ex has some ground to stand on. But
you don't want. Yeah. It's personal.
It is a little personal, but I also am not so emotionally attached to this that it'll like affect my my day.
And let's be so clear, it's not like he learned it in a dialect class. He was pronouncing it because Michael Scott said it that way.
Exactly.
Literally
exactly.
Yeah. You couldn't hear the pronunciation guides I was playing, I guess?
No. I was sending a voice note.
Gabagool. Who? And this was to who again?
To my cousin Giorgio, who was born and raised in Italy. And I need to check because we do have some family that is from Napoli, but I can't remember if it's him. So I asked, whatever. I asked.
There definitely are. Like I found a northern pronunciation guide.
All I said was like I asked him. Yeah, I asked him if you were to say gabagool in any places in Italy, would people know what you were talking about?
Okay. Because if he says no, so I've got YouTube things now. I got YouTube. You know what's so funny though is I've definitely thought before, but never bothered to Google it. Like if I had to write the order, if I wanted to try it, how do I type gabagool? And
G-A, yeah. Did you figure
but
it
it's
out?
not. It's Capicola. That's how it's spelled. Yeah. So
I like the way you say it.
Capicola. That's how the Northerners say it. That's how the Italians say it. And
but I like
is there
the way
a correct way? I don't know. Which ones didn't side with Hitler? Those are the guys who were saying it right.
That's the one we'll do.
Was that the North or the South? If it was America.
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, I know my family was in the South and they were hiding from Nazis. So I assume not so good.
Mm-hmm. So listen, we're going to have to take a little break there.
Yeah, we should. We should.
There's a little break coming up here. When we come back, for the record, that guy was the asshole. Like, if you want to be called Juan instead, fine, but whatever. It is a ubiquitous practice. And asking a teacher, by the way, a lot of times Spanish teachers are like Spanish first teachers too. So you're also like kind of asking them. I wouldn't even ask like a French person in America actually to like modernize my name while they're learning English. If they're fluent, it's like, oh yeah, it's actually Jimmy. But if they're coming over like, aha, you mail, I would not start with like trying to figure out when they're saying my name. I'd try to start with figuring out like they know how to ask for a fire extinguisher, right?
Right.
And I'm just like, is that a type of meat like gabagool?
You would be so lucky to have a language teacher whose first language was the language that they're teaching. Like, that's awesome. I would do whatever they said.
Not like one of my teachers in Florida who just seemed to be one lesson ahead of us. And we'll be right back.
Okay. This wonderful episode was brought to you by our wonderful patrons. And
too many uses of wonderful.
If you want to be wonderful like our other wonderful patrons, go to patreon.com/calltheline.
We'll soon have a LineCon Online live lecture on redundancy and the overuses of words. It's gonna be, and this is true, wonderful.
I've heard that.
You know who I hate? Mr. Wonderful. Kevin O'Leary. Have you been watching?
So garbage.
Seen any of his like Trump cheerleading? Oh,
he's such a loser.
Oh, sorry. I hate him. Anyway, you should go. Let's do another loop of that. Patreon.com/calltheline, where maybe we'll even do a video one day about what a fucking loser.
What a loser. And honestly, it's like he goes to show that money cannot always buy you looks. You ugly ass, busted ass.
Yeah.
Fucking bootlicker.
Guys, remember, it's okay to bully fascists. Okay, patreon.com/calltheline. And if you will leave a comment on this episode about Kevin O'Leary being a loser, you might be the patron of the day in the next episode, because that's how we pick our patrons of the day, is based on it. And we'd like to hear why you think Kevin O'Leary is not Mr. Wonderful, but Mr. Put That Face Behind a Bag, you frickin' frick face. Wonderful. Welcome back. Oh, I didn't get it back. Hang on. Welcome back. God. Sometimes you miss it. Welcome back.
That's so
I was in the
crazy.
wrong part of my throat. Don't you hate it when that happens? Anyway, sometimes, and then for the rest of the day, you feel like you got something in your throat. It's never happened to me. I'm talking about potato chips. Every now and then, a potato chip gets stuck in the wall and you just feel like there's a potato chip that isn't there. for the rest of the day, and you're just like, how can a bruise feel so sharp? Or would you swallow a pill and you feel like the pill's there beyond when it's there? The worst. The worst. Or you get a little chunk of fat that goes down just wrong when you're eating your gabagool.
A chunk. Oh, ew.
Gabagool is pretty fatty.
Yeah, it is.
It's a pretty it's a thin cut, very similar to prosciutto, right?
I think, and I haven't had it in a long time. I think it's similar, but not as thin. But I guess you could get it really thin cut if you wanted to. But
I like shaved. I didn't know this was a thing until until like a couple of years ago, and then I only got to have it in that state for like a year before I had to like completely change my diet and stuff. But they have awesome ham at HEB in Texas, and shaved is like not sliced. It's like so thin that it's almost kind of like the way if you pull apart chicken, the way that texture looks. Oh my God. It is the best way to eat deli meat. Had no idea, especially ham. It makes the ham so like tender and it just seems like it melts in your mouth. Oh, so good. I'm salivating.
I can hear it. When you said so good, I can hear it.
Oh God, it's so good. People with misophonia are going to want to write a letter there. All right, let's get to the terrible fucking news. The worst fucking shit. Do you want to start with Freedom 25 or Freedom 3? What is it? Freedom 250?
It's Freedom 250.
Or should we get right into the Epstein?
Well, how do you want to end on Epstein or do you want to start with Epstein?
I just want you to decide for me.
It's all bad. Okay.
I'm trying to give you my executive decisions.
Let's start with Freedom 250 and then we can end on Epstein. So people can, if they don't really want to listen to the Epstein stuff, I guess you could cut out, but I feel like people do. But anyways, okay. So I only kind of recently started to dig into this Freedom 250 stuff. So basically, if you don't know, 2026 is the 250th anniversary of the United States. So right. You know what I mean.
From the Declaration of Independence in 1776, which we mistakenly say was in July 4th, but it was actually like...
Right. I assume we're going to celebrate it July 4th. Like that's what all this BS is going to happen.
We keep it simple for the yokels.
Right. So there's this foundation, this organization that was created called Freedom 250. And their goal is to celebrate the 250th anniversary, which is this year. And so then I was like, who is funding this? Like, what is this organization? And I go onto their website and I went to like sort of poke around, and it's interesting because there's no like about us. There's no like, it's not direct information really, of course. But then I went to the tab that was the story of America, where there are a bunch of YouTube videos that share the stories of founding America, which of course starts with basically like the revolution, like nothing before that. Like it's not about that at all, which I think is really funny and psychotic. And on that first page, it's the banner for it before you get to the videos is a picture of, I guess, maybe like what signing the Declaration of Independence. And then over top of it, the text says, quote, "The story of America makes everyone free. President Donald J. Trump." And then I said, okay, I see what this is.
Yes. Then, like all the government sites these days. Heavily biased.
I clicked through the YouTube videos, and those YouTube videos are all posted by the White House account, like the official White House account. And then there's another section of the page that's like, what do they call it? Like, the network, which is basically like all of the people who are funding this fuck ass shit. It is funded by government agencies.
Right. The Parks Department.
The Parks Department. Also, oil companies.
Yeah.
Also, like MasterCard.
Yeah.
Tech companies.
Yep.
And then these other groups that are like what was the one? There was one called like the Moms for America. Groups like Moms for America.
Or Moms for Liberty, maybe?
No, this one specifically was
Moms for America.
Moms for America.
It's a new one. Moms for Liberty wasn't doing so hot. Bad PR.
It's like, yeah, but it's the same fucking thing, as you can imagine. It's the same.
Yeah.
So the freedom
it's a bribe racket, for the record.
It's a bribe bracket. That's exactly
by making the
is.
money go this. So the money is, if you donate, you're technically donating money to the Parks Department. So you're getting tax write-offs. But then Donald Trump gets to use that money for this huge propaganda machine and event that they're planning to do. So it is all a like, make Donald Trump not only seem like he's great, but like he is the chief historian of the land, and his version of history is like, what for really dilly happened. That's basically the racket that's going on. It's another bribery racket. And so you donate to the Parks Department using this portal through this specific thing and say, basically, I want the Parks Department, which remember, the Parks Department is also often where Donald Trump brags he's donating his presidential salary, even as his net worth. So the amount of money he's making as president is literally now in the billions of dollars, but he wants you to know that his $400,000 a year he gets from being president, the pennies he's getting compared to how much he's making, he's donating that to the Parks Department. So he's also even making sure to donate his salary to something he can use for a propaganda thing, because this 250th anniversary event thing is being put on by the Parks Department.
Right.
Yeah.
So as I was looking through all of the like sort of network stuff that they include, it also includes things like, Moms for Liberty is also on here, by the way. It's both of them.
Yeah.
It's both of them. Moms for America and Moms for Liberty. Wall Builders is another. Pray.com, Angel Studios, which, by the way, Angel Studios is the one that produces the series, what the fuck is it called? My parents watch it. Fuck,
I don't know.
To me. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yellowstone.
God, I wish. No. Anyway, the whole long and short of it is there's a lot of like religious, Museum of the Bible. There's lots of that kind of stuff in here. And it's just bad news bears. So now the update with Freedom 250 is they are now offering people can purchase, or actually, I'm sorry, not purchase. They can donate to Freedom 250, and for the very low price of $1 million, they will get to have a little one-on-one time with Donald J. Trump. And have put in some FaceTime with him for the really just high value for the amount of money you're spending, 2.5 mil, you get to speak at the Freedom 250 celebration. So I personally can't wait for, I don't know, some like Saudi Arabian oil fucking czar to come and speak at the 250 Freedom shit.
I think we need to clearly crowdfund me going.
Oh my God.
Who's got $5 million for me? Come on, guys.
5? You only need 2.5.
I only need $2.5 million. Is there a lot of better things that I could do with that for our company? Yes. But if somebody earmarks that specifically for me to speak at it, I'll be there. They'll cancel it. They would cancel it. They would not let me actually speak at that thing. Let's be so honest.
Unless you lied.
Well, I do that all the time, but what is the context here? What do you mean?
Like if you lied when you were giving them like the telling them what speech you were going to share, you like bait and switch, basically.
I could do that. I'll happily
You could do that. You could do that.
Yeah. I hate everything. Okay. I just really hate it all. I hate that Savannah Guthrie's mother has been kidnapped. That's crazy. You know this story?
No, tell me.
Oh my God. How have you missed this story?
Wait. Oh no, yes I do. The newscaster. Yes.
Yeah.
Her mom. Yes, I do know this. Sorry. It didn't connect with me right away.
It's absolutely wild. And by the way, there is no relationship, because some people have, it can be confusing. There is no relationship between Savannah Guthrie and Virginia Guthrie. Now I'm going to say it wrong. Guthrie. Okay. Except that Savannah was the first person to interview Virginia. Do you remember Virginia? That was the Epstein victim who kind of seemed sketch, killed herself.
Yeah. Yes.
But anyway, Savannah Guthrie, her mother has been kidnapped and being held for ransom, though it kind of seems like maybe she has died and now they're just trying to get her body back. There's some questions about that. But no, yeah, it's why it's like the weirdest. I feel like it's going to be right now. People are only tangentially sort of watching it off to the side. And I think it's going to be ginormous, especially after. This is going to be the kind of thing there are movies about. But there's so much goddamn crazy shit going on that people can't even like spend the time. So Savannah Guthrie's mom, her name's Nancy, is 84 years old. And this very religious person, raised Savannah and her family in Tucson, and she's been kidnapped. And they today released photos of the kidnapper, but he's wearing like a ski mask. But in general, they release those things anyway because they hope that people recognize like the body posture, the clothes, that kind of stuff. They get IDs on that all the time. It actually happened on like shootings that have happened in the past too. There was a mass shooting that happened last year where they didn't know what the guy looked like, but they released videos from afar of cameras like watching, and you could see like his gait, the kind of things he wears and stuff. Anyway, too much of a tangent. I apologize. Kidnapped on Saturday, January 31st. It's the 10th now, nearly 10 p.m. And there's blood on the front porch that matched Nancy. So it seems like she was taken and there was a scuffle. And yeah, it's crazy because she's like, Savannah is national media. She's on, have you ever seen the Today Show? Anybody seen the Today Show? Guys,
ever heard of it?
You guys ever heard, like, it's honestly like kind of wild that we live in such a world. Can you imagine if this was the Biden years or the Obama years? This would be 100% Elizabeth Smart big. I mean, white woman especially, guys.
This would be huge. You know what?
Ginormous.
White women are not doing what they do best, which is make everything about ourselves.
Right. We are not dominating the news cycle. Like,
where are we? This one is important.
Guys. But
you want to know what it is? The white women have really been taken by Bad Bunny. And so I think
it's like when they were quiet after Mad Mike came out. Is that the name of the movie?
Not Magic Mike?
Magic Mike. When Magic Mike came out, we didn't hear from white women for a while. And then 50 Shades of Grey, the white women were busy. Okay.
It pacifies them. Maybe this was the plan the whole time. Do it right when Bad Bunny.
Fun fact, go outside right now because of Bad Bunny. If you close your eyes, you will hear the distant sound of because it's the sound of millions of white women being distracted by Bad Bunny right now. It's just like a low tone.
If you watched that performance, you would be too.
It was nice.
It was really cool.
You know what wasn't nice?
Really cool.
The Kid Rock performance.
Bro, Jorts.
That man is too old.
Okay, so first of all, Jorts. Fedora. Already off to a bad start. I don't want to shit on
Jorts too much in general, but
generally we love a Jort. Okay. Generally, we love a Jort. You're doing the goddamn replacement halftime show.
Bang diggy bangy dee bang bang goo boogie dee bum diggy bangy dee bum. I'm 55 years old. You're too old.
You're too
Donald
old.
Trump's too old to be president, and you're too old to be doing bad lip singing.
Yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, someone needed to tell him that when you lip sync, you need to hold the microphone to your mouth. By the way, okay.
But he was like, how am I going to do all my microphone flips? I have 4 of these choreographed.
No, him just doing that over and over again. I'm like, you're a loser, by the way.
You basically danced around. I've done that. not to your music, but like, so what I just do like in preparations for a shower is worthy of being.
I was just going to say the shower.
In my bathroom all the time.
I was just going to say in the shower. Okay. Also,
no, I actually sing in the shower. I'm not even lip syncing.
Right. The mic is on in the shower, as it turns out. I also, now I feel like I can share this with the podcast group because you all have heard me talk before about the girl I knew from high school who I was friends with. Then I didn't go to her wedding because I didn't realize how like MAGA coded I like thought, but I was not, was basically confirmed.
Yeah.
A mutual friend from high school sent me screenshots of her Instagram story. And she watched the Turning Point shit. She watched the Turning Point shit. And she posted the one, she posted a picture of Kid Rock.
Yeah.
That's right? Why did it sound weird when I said it?
I don't know.
Okay. So she posted a picture of him and had... Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was the other guy, one of the other guys that no one had ever heard of, with a red, white, and blue heart underneath. I'll cover her name.
Yeah. Well, and from that video, it just looked like Jake Paul.
It does look like Jake Paul.
Did you see that
and then
feuding?
The next one she posted was in memory of Charlie Kirk.
Oh,
In memory of Charlie Kirk, our founder and CEO. And then it's a Bible quote.
If that's going to be the level of memoriam after I die, just skip the memoriam for me, please.
So mortifying. And then it says, "Here am I, send me, Isaiah, whatever the hell." And the friend who sent this to me said, "Turning Point off a fucking cliff, you moron." And I've been thinking about that.
Oh my God. He's too old to be doing that shit. And by the way,
all of it is so
fun thing about Bad Bunny compared to Kid Rock. Bad Bunny has, and this is true, 0 songs about how he prefers sex with underage people.
Oh,
how many songs do Kid Rock have? We know at least one.
At least one.
Right. Zero pedophile songs. By the way, I didn't even know. Have you seen Ted Nugent with Donald Trump before? You know, the Nuge. He's a big Trump fan. Big old Trump
I don't know
fan.
who that is.
Ted Nugent? Another musician.
Okay.
And he used to be big. Your mom knows who he is. Okay. He was in That 70s Show, featured as like a That 70s Show era of like big artist.
Right.
Bro, this guy is a Trump fan, Trump friend, platformed with Trump, been in the Oval Office with Trump guy. His song Jailbait. Go ahead and take that in.
Okay. So already off to a really bad start.
All right, so we're off to a terrible start because the song is called Jailbait. Now, the song Jailbait says the age of the girl in Jailbait that he's referring to, how gorgeous, how hot she is, actually says the age and basically says, like, I know you're only this age, but I don't care because you're so hot, essentially, and your mom said it's fine. Okay, that's the song.
And your mom said it's fine?
Now, Alyssa, would you go ahead and guess the age that Ted Nugent, Trump supporter, Ted Nugent put as the age of the jailbait that he just can't resist temptation, even though he should wait till she's 18. But he can't. Go ahead and guess the age.
If there's a God, it's 17. If there's a God, it's coming right up to 18.
So far it's not 17. Go ahead, guess again.
16?
Nope, it's not 16. Go ahead and guess again.
You're lying.
I'm telling the exact truth. Okay, go ahead, guess again.
Is it 15?
Nope, go ahead, guess again.
14?
No. Guess one more time.
It's 13?
Correct.
13 years old.
I dare you to pull up Jailbait Ted Nugent lyrics right now. Would you like me to read them to you?
No fucking way.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to hear them? Shall I read you them off? I won't like reading the lyrics because now there will be a video record, which I did this on the show the other day, a video record of me reading them. Guys, Let's just read them. Let's read them together. I've got no inhibitions, so keep your keys out of your ignition. Now, don't worry about that. She can't drive yet. Anyway, I steal a car like I got the curse. I can't resist the old lady's purse. Okay, also a bad crime, but, at least it's just the elderly. Jailbait, you look so good to me. Jailbait, won't you set me free? Jailbait, you look fine, fine, fine. And I know I've got to have you in a matter of time. Here's verse 2, everybody. Let me just clear the gas out of my stomach that's forming real quick. I'm going to do this. I'm going to mute the mic. Deep burp. God. And it felt like poison. Okay.
And it felt like
verse 2. Let's do this. I don't know what the tune is. Of course, I'm not listening to it, so I'll do it with a Barney flair. Well, I don't care if you're just 13. You look too good to be true. I just know that you're probably clean. There's one little thing I gotta do to you. Jailbait, you look so good to me. Jailbait,
gross.
Won't you set me free? Jailbait, you look so fine, fine, fine. And I know I've got to have you in a matter of time. Verse 3. Now, luckily, for the record, guys, the outro does include him being arrested. But don't you worry about that. We'll get there. Verse 3. So tell your mama that I'm back in town. She likes us boys when it's time to get down. She's got this craving for the underage. I just might be your mama's brand new rage. Jailbait, you look so fine, blah, blah, blah. Honey, you look so nice. She's young, she's tender. Won't you please surrender?
Ew.
She's so fine, she's mine. All the time I woke my mind. It's all right, baby. It's quite all right. I asked your mama. And then here's the outro. Well, it's got a good ending, guys. Don't worry. Wait a minute, officer. Wait a minute, officer. Don't put those handcuffs on me. What about her? Hey, I'll share her with you. That is how the song ends. Ted Nugent has been asked about, so what about these kinds of things? And has responded by bragging about how he has slept with underage people, groupies, teens.
What?
Yeah. So, anyway, who's your favorite pedophile ally of Donald Trump?
Oh my God.
Bruh.
I'm like shocked.
Bruh.
But I'm not, but I am, because I can't believe.
I'm sure you'd want to be like, how old was he when he wrote that song, actually? Let's find out. How old was Ted Nugent when we'll start with release that song. How old was Ted Nugent when he released Jailbait? Because here's the thing. I think there are going to be people who are like, well, that he was young when he wrote that. If you're not 13, and even then it's still fucked up, but no one's allowed to be with 13-year-olds but other 13-year-olds. Okay?
Right.
Period. That's the line. Let's see. He would have been 32 at the time of the release.
That's how old I am at this very moment in time.
He was 32 years old.
That's so horrifying.
Oh my God. He is 3 times plus the age of a 13-year-old. 32 means he could conceivably have a 13-year-old and have had the 13-year-old as an adult. 32 would mean that you could have, at 18, you could have a 14-year-old. If 18 is when you're an adult. Oh my God. And he said it was written and developed on tour in 1980 when he was 31. I'm just going to ask, what drugs was he on? Because I need something that did we just celebrate pedophiles? Is that just the deal? And guys, in fairness, that's a silly question. And as we go to our next ad, and we'll come back in with the news of the day. Of course, we just celebrated pedophiles. We put one in the fucking Oval Office.
So as we're riding off into the sunset, and we're talking about entertainers and pedophiles and things.
Ted Nugent claims he's never been anything but sober, by the way. He never did drugs, alcohol,
that's the
or smoke.
Worst thing I've ever heard, actually. Casey Wasserman, who was in the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Is also, has been losing clients like Chapel Roan.
One big client. Yeah. Chapel's out.
Yeah. And Chelsea Cutler today, too.
We'll be right back. If you'd like to support the show, there's some ways you could do it. First thing, did you know we do call-in shows over on YouTube, youtube.com/@Q&A line, and also youtube.com/@ the little @ sign, Jimmy Snow, where we do political shows. There are call-in shows on the line and Jimmy Snow on the line, and you don't want to miss those because they're awesome, but you probably know about that if you're here in the first place. So if you otherwise would like to support, besides going there and hitting subscribe, you can also buy some merch over at linemerch.com. I should have been wearing some. I'm not, but there's great merch there. There's not mugs. Not at the moment, but there is great merch, and soon we are releasing the winners of the Mug Brawl merch as well. But you can go over to linemerch.com and you can get that stuff now. Also, and I just want to point out what we could really use. Y'all, follow us on other social media and then use that to get other people to call into the shows. Because you've got MAGA friends or family or people in your life who you are forced to interact with. And you could say like, hey guys, MAGA, Christian, whatever. If your beliefs are so solid, why not call this show and convert everybody? Get your 15 minutes of fame when you wreck the hosts. You could do that over at... Well, I'm Jimmy A. Snow on Instagram, but also Threads. Threads is a good place. Alyssa, where can people find you and try to elevate some of your stuff?
I would most like if people also went to my YouTube channel where you can watch clips that are highlights of my calls on the line and also some other independent content where I look at other people talking about purity culture and stuff like that. You can go to youtube.com/Alyssa Lube, LJ.
Probably at Alyssa Lube, LJ.
Yeah, probably at Alyssa Lube, right? And then all of my socials are Alyssa Lube. So if you find me on YouTube,
the correct pronunciation technically of LJUB is Gabagool.
Yes, and I've always said that. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have a little chocolate with this because I'm gonna need to.
Yeah.
A little dark chocolate.
Pep up a little bit.
I'm gonna need something sweet for this, guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna suck on it so you don't have to hear chewing sounds.
Good.
Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna are the Republican and Democrat from the House who basically made sure that the Epstein files were released. Thomas Massie has no love lost with Donald Trump, largely because he felt Donald Trump was trying so hard to obstruct the Epstein files that it said something bad. I should have swallowed first. We're just going to let that hang for a second.
Yeah, and I think you should just let it be for a moment.
Okay.
It's good.
Thomas Massie, Ro Khanna, they are responsible for the bill that has gotten us what little we've gotten. And by the way, I had a conversation with a person on the show the other day. One of the things we talked about is, why are certain things so poorly redacted? And I have to propose that there is bots, basically. It's so many pages, they have robots doing things like face recognition of Donald Trump and redacting, and of his name and redacting. And the person asked back, well, then why is he in there at all? Well, because there are things they did approve to release because they either felt confident they could rebut it or knew that they had to release some amount of stuff. But the amount of stuff in there compared to, and the guy tried to, what's your proof? Well, there is that one where very clearly the word don't, D-O-N apostrophe T, was redacted, but only the word don't, nothing else.
Yeah.
And it seems to be, that because there was a typo and the person didn't put the apostrophe, they put a space, that it didn't actually read as don't, it read as Don T. And was automatically redacted. Then there is another photo of Donald Trump at a campaign event. That is a public campaign event. In fact, the photo exists separate from the Epstein files, but there is a black box over Donald Trump's face. It is unmistakably, you could not make it up. Like, mistake it for, well, maybe that's somebody else. Again, it's a public photo, but even without knowing it's a public photo, you can see it's his hair. It's his weird stance that he stands in. It's slightly from the side. It's his hands. It's literally just his face that are blocked out. And so there's been some question about how bad are the Epstein files that have been redacted, and are they protecting people?
Mm-hmm.
Now, listen, Ro Khanna is a Democrat. So no one's going to be like the MAGA people aren't going to say what happened. I'm going to take Ro Khanna's word for it. Of course he's going to say it's terrible. Thomas Massey's a Republican. That's going to mess with some MAGA people, but Donald Trump is already going after Thomas Massey. And now Thomas Massey is a rhino. He just has Trump derangement syndrome. Jamie Raskin doesn't help. Jamie Raskin is like, what? I mean, that guy's from the secular caucus too. I can't remember what it's called, the Freedom of Religion caucus. So everybody assumes he's an atheist. He probably is. And they don't like him. He's kind of Jewish looking, so they already don't like him for that reason. And Jamie Raskin is very like progressive. He almost leans left of center on the world stage, let alone being a liberal progressive. So in the American stage, you would think he's very left because we don't say these things right. Jamie Raskin's not going to do it for you. Have you seen Alyssa? Have you seen? I almost want to find the video and pull it up real quick and see if I can play it for you. Alyssa.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Have you seen the video? Let me see if I can pull this up easily. I think if I turn this on, you'll be able to hear it. I think I want to play it and see if you can figure out who it is. Okay? I think that's what I want to do. Again, Ro Khanna's not going to get MAGA there, right?
Right.
You know, freaking, let's see, is this the right one? Okay. Tell me if you can hear this first. Through my, it should come through my mic.
Among the members who got to see the unredacted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm going to try and turn it up.
It's a little quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Turn it up.
Congresswoman, are you among the members who got to see the unredacted files today?
Yes, I saw some of them, not all of them, obviously.
Do you know yet? Who we're talking about?
It's a Republican. I can't remember her name now. I saw a little
What's
clip
she
of
most
this.
famous for?
Fuck, I don't remember who
outside
it was.
of Congress.
I don't remember who it was. So I remember seeing
I'll give you a hint.
and it was
Beetlejuice. All right, I'm gonna hit play. Hang on.
I'll be going back tomorrow to see more.
Any reaction on what you've seen so far?
I think that there's folks who are definitely implicated and co-conspirators. And, I don't think everyone there that was talking about underage girls being trafficked are victims.
Got it. And
so, yeah. So, basically... Bobby? But let's get there. It's Lauren Boebert. And Lauren Boebert is saying... Essentially, the wording of her second statement is a little bit funky. I think what she is trying to say is there were people pretending to advocate for the victims who are not advocates. They, in fact, were pretending they are themselves victims of this conspiracy, and they're implicated pretty hard. I think that's what she's trying to say. But I mean, the first thing she's saying is, there are co-conspirators to Jeffrey Epstein in those unredacted files. They're disgusting. Now, think about this. Think about what a Trump guy she is. Think about Lauren Boebert and how much. This was the one they tried to go to and say, if you don't, we will primary you if you don't continue to block the Epstein files. And her and I think Nancy Mace were like, we can't do that. Right. It won't matter if you primary me or not. If I block that, I am done, not just as a politician, but like as a human. You can't ask me of that kind of shit. So that's, that's the background here. But she wanted to do whatever she can for Trump. Listen now to what happens next.
Do you support any clemency for Ghislaine Maxwell? She was saying that she
I do not. Okay. I think Ghislaine Maxwell should get more time, and she should definitely be in a harsher prison than what she's in. It's absolutely disgusting.
Got it. Thank you, Congresswoman.
Now, why, when she says this is absolutely disgusting, Ghislaine Maxwell deserves more time and to be in a worse prison, what is that up against? When she says that's what she deserves, who is it that's considering clemency for her? Who is it that Ghislaine Maxwell is trying to get clemency from? It's Donald Trump. Now, when she says in a worse prison than she's in, what is that in reference to? Do you know, Alyssa? Because if not, I'm about to make you sick.
Well, I know that she's in like a low security situation. She requests like bottled water. Like it's like.
I think she got a therapy dog.
Yeah, it's fucking. I
but
think
do you
you're
know
right.
why she's there? Do you know how long ago she was moved to there from a prison?
Wasn't she only in like. Yeah, wasn't she only in like a legit prison for like 3 months or something ridiculous?
I don't know how much time it was, but she was in a less of a celebrity prison, of a celebrity prison until a certain event happened in the last few months. Do you know what it was?
Was it when Trump got inaugurated?
No, well, it was after that. It was after Todd Blanche, who previously was Donald Trump's personal attorney, went and met with her and interviewed and came out and said,
yes, I
guys,
saw that.
I've interviewed her. There isn't a client list. There isn't. And Donald Trump, she assured me, is not a co-conspirator. She meets with Todd Blanche, the president's previous attorney and now this, I think, second in command at the Department of Justice, and suddenly gets moved to this minimum, suddenly like, we're going to take care of our darling. And apparently at that prison, she's also, other prisoners there have reported she gets super special treatment from the warden and all kinds of shit. It seems like there's probably some kind of bribery shit going on in the background. That's what Lauren Boebert is calling disgusting at the end. She's literally, without saying his name, saying, and the way Donald Trump has been handling this, considering clemency and getting her to a better prison, that's what she's calling disgusting. The fact that Lauren Boebert's, back is breaking over this, in Mormonism, we'd call it the shelf. And that you keep putting things on your shelf, your doubts. And it actually comes from the church. Like, just put your doubts on a shelf. God will get rid of them at some point. But at a certain point, you put so many doubts on there, your shelf breaks. And then you leave the church. So that's what Mormons call it. Ex-Mormons, I should say. But I am a current Mormon and I'm an atheist. So, I guess I do say it that way too. Lauren Boebert's shelf is breaking, guys. Her Trump shelf is breaking. And at that point, sure, Ro Khanna's not going to do it for you. Thomas Massey, Raskin, they're not going to do it for you. When Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert are the ones going, fuck Donald Trump over all this Epstein shit, it's not good. Where the fuck are you going to get off now still with that? And Trump's not even in there. If anything, these new files exonerate him. They clear him. That's the crazy thing, is they clear him, the Epstein files. Even if you're one of those people who calls in and you're like, look, I don't like the way he's handling the Epstein files. All right, you're not allowed to just call them the Epstein files now.
No, they're the Trump files.
No, not even that. If you're going to say that, I want a person, like, give me that exact sentence, but don't use like titles. Say what they are. Say the whole thing. I don't like the way the president of the United States, Donald Trump, is handling the investigation and the materials from the investigation that revealed a pedophile ring. I don't like the way that his handling is obstructing justice to be done to a bunch of rich pedophiles. That's the fucking thing you need to be saying out loud, because this whole shit, the fact that like each person who's going in and seeing the unredacted and they're coming out and going, what the fuck? Including up to Lauren Boebert, who seems to be signaling she's no longer on Trump's side to some degree. I mean, I'm sure we'll hear more. Maybe they're going to call and be like, we have more videos of you giving guys hand jobs. And so you get back in line. Everybody's seen the one video. We got more. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, here we are. And even with these people that we never thought that we would hear a voice of reason from, even with them saying like, this is not what you still have this entire class of, well, there's two groups at play here. There's the people who are making a fuck ton of money because DJT is in office and they want to do everything they possibly can to keep him there because the money or the tax savings or whatever is so good. And then there's this other group of people, which are like my friend in high school, who have just absolutely fallen into this propaganda black hole, and it is placating to every little voice of like racism that has lived in their brain, that they were told over and over again that they shouldn't feel that way, and they didn't want to accept that because the equality felt like oppression to them. And now they have full license to believe that this is true and it feels better to them, and so they do because they act on feelings and not facts. Those are the two groups. And so for the people who are like widely in power, I don't really know, like, we just have to keep really vigilant and on top of whatever we can while they flood the news cycle. For this other group of people who are completely brainwashed, I don't know what to say to them anymore, because you have emails that are describing babies tasting or smelling, I can't remember, either are disgusting, like cream cheese. Did you see that? That's in those files as well.
Yeah, by the way, there's some crazy shit in the files that I don't know if it's in the category of that. There's definitely stuff in there that probably didn't happen. But then you get these guys going in and saying,
it doesn't even,
a high up government official implicated, and 6 others, they said, that there are definitely 6 co-conspirators they were able to confirm in the short time they were there, they were able to find. And then there's this one who is a high up government official, they didn't name it yet, and that person is implicated to have done things with a 9-year-old.
This is like beyond how I understand that, like, that some of it could be it's not everything that's in there has been verified. So I get that. Or maybe none of it has been really like verified, I guess. So always have healthy skepticism. Sure.
No, but I think the stuff they're saying, I think they're saying they actually like,
they like, no.
Right. This is like this stuff was found, and there's a reason why they didn't investigate further.
But it doesn't even it doesn't matter, because you have this whole group of people who are okay with being told none of that is true, and then they just move on. And then you have this other group of people who are so fucking rich that they're willing to bury it. So like, and then for the people who already know, the woke mind virus folks like you and myself, we will hear it and believe it, but it doesn't matter because we know.
But today, obviously all this stuff's been happening, but Megyn Kelly's getting on with Piers Morgan and yelling about what a middle finger it is to have it is supposed to be a unifying event, the Super Bowl halftime show, which, by the way, that's a you problem.
Right.
It would be a unifying event if you went, oh, you know what? I want to unite with my Spanish co-Americans.
Right.
And be like, this is great for like representation for you guys. I feel a sense of unity with you. And you are saying, therefore it should be in English, and fuck those people. Like, you're the reason that's not a unifying event. And that's what you're talking about instead of the fucking Epstein shit.
It did what it needed to do in terms of like making political commentary, but it also was unifying. His performance was unifying.
That's what I'm saying. It actually was. It literally was an opportunity for unity. Your rejection of it.
Yeah, you're rejecting it.
Look what we're doing. I did it, and you're doing it now. We both get distracted when they throw out these things.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so it's like, but even the part at the very end where he says like, God bless America. Yeah. And then he lists all of the country in the Americas, but does it from bottom to top. That was chef's kiss.
Wonderful.
That was wonderful.
Yep.
We said wonderful so much in this episode.
Guys, but also government officials were fucking with 9-year-olds. Like, this is the thing. It's like so easy to get distracted by, because those things are so big and so dumb that you're like, oh, but we gotta say, and yet, fucking Christ, dude. Fucking Christ. Yeah. Apparently there was also, Thomas Massey said there was a sultan who described loving a torture video from Epstein.
Oh, yes. I remember that.
Yeah.
And in the email, I'm fairly certain it was that guy who had sent an email that was like something along the lines of like, I loved that torture video. Like, it was like so blatant. You all really thought that this would never be a problem, that this would never come up.
That's how rich and powerful they believe they are, is they do. And look, like, the funny thing is I'm not rich, but I make more money than my dad made. I'm more financially secure than I've ever been in my life. And there are times where you can be like, ooh, and just that amount of financial security can make you forget like where you came from, can make you forget like certain things about what it's like to be afraid of certain things, what it's like to struggle for certain things. It can easily make you forget. So apparently when you have all the money in the world, you forget to like only enjoy adults, to not enjoy torture. You forget to like be a fucking human. And it's just fucking crazy. Some of the stuff that's coming out too, like about Charles Lutnick, one of Donald Trump's top people. He had claimed he'd only ever met him once. Nope. Turns out he went and hung out with him on the island. And that's in the files. That's in the unredacted. These people are fucking lying. They're lying.
Yeah. Yep. To your face. They're calling you an idiot. They are calling you stupid.
And in the coming days, as you see this, you know, that part will have passed. Unfortunately, because I think we've gone a little over time. Well, no, we can still do a bonus show and we can complain about shit in the bonus show. But we gotta go to that now. So if you want to go to the bonus show, patreon.com/calltheline, and we'll probably just be continuing our complaining. But that's the main news stuff. In the coming days, you are going to see, I think, even more crazy shit come out as a lot of people go see those files, those unredacted files. I think you're going to see more and more of this stuff come out and then be like, okay, I'm done. And you're getting...
God, I hope so.
I haven't listened to it yet. Apparently, even Senator Loomis, who basically had said indicated in the past she didn't think what we were hearing from the Epstein files turned out to be everything that we were told it was going to be. She's now seen the unredacted files and said like, yeah, my bad. We're going to listen to that voice note in the
crazy
in the bonus show. So we'll see you all in the bonus show. Patreon.com/calltheline, patreon.com/calltheline. Bye. That was the show. Bye. Sorry.